Episode 110, Women in AI, the New Gender Gap.
The primitive forms of artificial intelligence we already have proved very useful.
AI is a golden opportunity.
How do we ensure that this technology is regulated?
The long arc of technological history is now in an extraordinary new phase.
The AI6 podcast with Joanne Sweeney.
Women make up 29% of the AI workforce. Only 25% of AI specialists globally are women. At top firms, it's often 10 to 15%. The field remains predominantly male and non-diverse. Women are also 25% less likely than men to adopt generative AI tools, raising the risk of skill and career gaps. And that's a problem, because when women are left out of AI, the systems we create reflect that exclusion. Hello and welcome back to the AI6 podcast. I'm Joanne Sweeney, a woman in AI, really hoping to shape its trajectory for my sector, marketing and communications and government and radio. I teach you AI in just 6 minutes a day because I know you don't have much more time than that to focus on it. So I recently went looking for some data on women in AI, and there's not a lot of it, so let's hope more people take on the research. But I did find a few recent studies that make for interesting reading, and I really wanted to share them. So Harvard Business School at UC in Berkeley and Stanford, those three big universities, have come together to look at the global evidence on gender gaps and generative AI. So the main findings are that women adopt generative AI tools at a 25% lower rate than men due to ethical concerns and fear of workplace judgment. This gap may widen gender disparities in wages and career advancement. The Gender Equality Index of 2024 on AI from the European Institute for Gender Equality found that only 16% of AI-skilled individuals in the EU or UK are women. The gap widens with experience. Barriers include stereotypes and the glass ceiling. The AI Index report of 2021, okay, so this is a little bit older. This is from Stanford University and the World Economic Forum. This found that women represented 22% of global AI professionals, only 18% of AI research roles, and less than 15% of senior executive positions are held by women. Gender diversity in AI research. This is a 2019 study. Female co-authorship is increasing but stagnating in computer science. Top institutions have the largest gaps. Women focus more on social impacts in AI research. Artificial intelligence and women's empowerment in Saudi Arabia saw a 2024 study from the Saudi Arabian universities. It finds that AI can enhance women's empowerment and institutional efficiency, but stereotypes and work-life balance remain barriers. Demographic factors moderate these effects. Women in AI, the gender gap and why it matters, from the World Economic Forum, Boston Consulting Group and McKinsey. This found that companies with more women in AI leadership have better innovation and ethical outcomes, gender diverse teams, and develop less biased systems and are more profitable. Women in AI in Europe, a comparative analysis from the European Commission and using LinkedIn data, women make up 24% of all AI professionals in the EU. The regional variation is significant. So comparing Latvia and Finland, under 40%, Germany and Sweden, less than 20%. So what does this mean? Are we hitting another gender inequality roadblock? Well, I mean, if persistent underrepresentation continues, then we will see lower percentages in senior and research roles. And this is bad for the world generally. If women continue to slowly adopt AI compared to men, then this means that career progression for women will be diminished because ultimately AI is going to be driving every economy. And we need women to be more experienced. And you know, I'm passionate about education. And many of the reports commented on the factors around barriers to participation. So stereotypes, limited access to opportunities, and the glass ceiling, creating major obstacles. There are also regional variations. And work-life balance always for women is a challenge. So what needs to happen? Well, we need targeted interventions in order to close the gender gap in AI, ongoing advocacy, supportive environments, and targeted programs and funding to address barriers at all career stages. Because if we do not continue to support, promote, and advocate for more women working in, leading in, and adopting AI, we're going to have a loss of talent and innovation. There's going to be a huge exacerbation of bias in AI systems and a widening economic and job inequality. There'll be missed opportunities in AI system design, and the digital skills gap will grow. So from a society and an economical point of view, it makes good sense that we nurture women in the AI revolution. And as a woman in AI, really charting my own course, and everything that I've done to date, from this podcast to my book, to the courses that I've taken, the courses I've designed, the programs I'm delivering, the leadership that I'm in front of, the classes that I'm teaching, I've done it all on my own. But I know if there was support and if there were people who believed in my big ideas, I definitely could make a difference. So if you're a woman in AI, or just a woman, listening to this, or even if you're a man and you've got some opinions or ideas, let's have a chat. Go find me out on LinkedIn. I'm Joanne Sweeney. This is the AI6 podcast. I will talk to you tomorrow.